channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Katharine, and in today's video, I'm going to be here in Florida. It's called Gulfport, Florida, and I'm excited to be taking you along. So I'm only spending 5 days and 4 nights here in Gulfport. My parents have a small house here. They like to call it their cottage, but we flew in on Allegiant, which is like a bare bones type of airline, hence why I have this backpack. It's much like Spirit, if you're familiar, so it's a lot of just add-ons depending on like if you bring a carry-on or a check bag, or if you want to choose your seat. So I just chose to pack everything here into this backpack, and I was thankfully able to fit everything in here. I'm a notorious overpacker. Go check out my video where I did a packing with me video for this trip. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's the video prior to this one. So go check that out. I'll link it down below in the description. But I am just excited to be here. I don't have like any sort of plans of anything when I'm here. I think we are gonna go out to dinner tonight, and that's about it that we have planned for today. But like as for the rest of the trip, we don't have things else planned, but I'm just excited to be here with my parents and just have some fun. I am here in like their guest bedroom, which is like a quasi guest room. That's why I have air quotations around that, because it also works as my dad's office, and it has this pull-out couch in here that can turn into a bed. And then my parents have their own room, but those are the only 2 rooms in the house. They also have like a little backyard area with a hot tub, so maybe I'll go in the hot tub while I'm here too. But I'm just excited to be here. In general, I love coming here whenever I do come. But yeah, follow along the adventures while I'm here on this trip, even though it's kind of more relaxed and not so planned out. Hopefully you enjoy just following along on my adventure here in Florida for the next few days. Be morning for you, but it's morning for me. It is the next day. We don't have anything planned for today necessarily, but my mom said that she might want to go on a walk. We might go to church, but that's about it. I don't have anything specific in mind that I want to do, but my parents wanted to do those 2 things today. But other than that, like nothing else really planned. I'm just obviously sitting here drinking my coffee out of this like cute little Starbucks Florida mug, and it's like super cute. And then I'm gonna have breakfast too, and then just like wait for my parents to wake up. Like my brain for some reason like automatically wakes me up at like 5 a.m. like most days, like even on my days off or like when I'm on vacation like this. And it's kind of annoying, but like I have to wake up at like 5 a.m. for work normally, and like my brain just doesn't know how not to wake up at 5 a.m. But yeah, it's still dark out obviously here in Florida. I don't think the sun rises until like 7:15, and by that time I'm like ready to go for the day. So I'm probably gonna finish my coffee and eat my breakfast all before the sun rises, which is funny, but we're gonna have a good day today, and I'm just excited for what today has in store. So join along. So I just made my avocado toast with some egg on top, and this is like one of my normal like breakfast foods, and it's like something I could probably eat like over and over again if I could, but that probably isn't socially acceptable. But anyway, I'm gonna enjoy my avocado toast and see what the rest of the day holds. Heading to church.
It's been a while since I left. Nobody knows where I went, but I think I found my place. Don't worry, I'm doing just fine out in the islands where the time goes a little more my pace. I've been floating coast to coast, Bahamas to Puerto Rico. It don't matter if I'm lost, because I know when I'm with you I'm home. When I'm with you I'm home.
So me and my parents went on a little ride after church. We went to Sunset Beach, which is on Treasure Island in St. Pete Beach area, and then now we're at Fort DeSoto, and it's so pretty here. It's a little bit chilly out, but we're having some fun, right, Dad?
Absolutely, a lot of fun.
Yes, so we're just having some fun here, and we'll see what the rest of the day brings.
I've been floating coast to coast, from Cuba to Mexico.
So as you can clearly tell by my bathing suit, I am going to go into the hot tub. My parents have like a little hot tub in their backyard area, so I'm super excited to just finish off the night in the hot tub relaxing with my mom. But yeah, we went to dinner at the Waffle House. Surprisingly enough, I had not gone to the Waffle House in like forever. I used to go quite a few times when I visited my brother in Alabama, but hadn't really been in the past few years, so it was kind of cool going back, even though it's not like the most like fanciest place to eat. Like, it was still cool and fun to eat there. But let me get to the hot tub and just end my night off there, just relaxing with my mom.
When I'm with you I'm home.
that's besides the point. I don't have anything really like planned for today. I do want to go to this bookstore in St. Petersburg. It's called Books and Bottle, and it's essentially like a bookstore and like a wine bar slash coffee bar, and I really want to go see that. But other than that, like, I don't have anything else really planned for today. I know my parents wanted to do a few other things, but I'm not too sure exactly what that is. I'm pretty sure maybe like a bike ride, or like they want to show me around different places, but that's about it for today. Yeah, we'll follow along today's adventure, and I hope you're enjoying this video so far. I'm enjoying filming all of it. I know it's a little chaotic, and it's also like not a bunch going on because there's like not a lot that we're doing necessarily. Like, we're just like winging it, if that makes sense. But yeah, thank you for following along this adventure, and I'll see you in the next upcoming clips. Going on a bike ride. I just got back from going on a bike ride with my parents, and now I just got changed and I'm getting ready to go to that Book and Bottle bookstore. And I was mistaken. I thought it was a coffee bar and wine bar with a like bookstore attached, but I guess it's just a wine bar with a bookstore, which I'm still really happy and interested to go. So let's head there now. So I just got out of Book and Bottle, and I ended up not getting any books from there. I did get a mimosa, but that's about it. I have been like making a huge major switch of like what I'm reading. For those who have been following my like reading journey, they had a lot of like mainstream, secular, like very popular book talk, booktube, bookstagram type books in there, and I just like am not about that right now. I'm changing mostly over to like Christian fiction, so I didn't end up buying any books from there just because there was not any books that I was interested in. But it was nice to go in there. I did get a mimosa like you saw, and it was just very cute. Like, the atmosphere was great. If you're ever in like the St. Petersburg area, definitely go check it out. So me and my parents, after having lunch, are now at the Sunken Gardens here in St. Petersburg. It's such like a beautiful, like, I guess you would call it like a botanical garden in a way. I don't know if it's technically considered a botanical garden, but it feels like it, and it feels right to say too. But we're having fun here. It's so pretty, and I'm sure I'm gonna put some B-roll in this part of the video, and I hope you're enjoying it because I'm enjoying being here. because then I have to fly back up to snowy and cold Massachusetts, or I should say New Hampshire because I'm flying into Portsmouth, New Hampshire, but my home is in Massachusetts. But that's besides the point. I have to fly back up there tomorrow morning, like really early. I think my flight's at like 7:30 in the morning, which means I have to be at the airport at like 5:30. I always like to get there like 2 hours before my flight. But anyway, that's besides the point yet again. I have my last full day here in Florida today. I don't have anything necessarily planned for today, and I don't think my parents do either. Like the past few days that I've been here, like we haven't really had like a solid plan of like anything. There's like small little things that like we wanted to do while we were here, but like nothing like set in stone. But we'll see what today holds for us. I'm just sitting here drinking my coffee, eating my avocado toast yet again. I know I have been filming me making my coffee and avocado toast for the past few days, but I hope you've been enjoying it because I enjoy making it. It's like one of my favorite breakfasts to have. If I could literally have it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner like every single day, I literally would. It's like one of my favorite meals like of all time that I make. But yeah, I will catch you on the flip side of whatever we do today though. So as you just saw, me and my parents were going on like a little drive, and we stopped at this little coffee shop called Blessed Coffee, I believe it's called, in Clearwater Beach. And then we also just stopped, and we're currently in this town called Dunedin. And if those who don't know, I am actually mostly Scottish, and Dunedin is like a well-known like Scottish town here in Florida. They even have like a Highland Games that they host here like every year, and we're just like in the downtown area. There's like this little like farmers market area that I'm gonna go see right now, but I wanted to stop in this like little bookstore first. And as you saw, I got The Housemaid, I believe it's called, by Frida McFadden. There's a movie that just came out about it. I know I'm not a big thriller reader, but because there's a movie out about it now, I wanted to buy it and read it. Obviously, as you can see, since the last time I checked in, I went to that bookstore and that market in Dunedin, I think that's how you pronounce it, and then we went out to lunch at this like Mexican place, which was really good. And then after that we went go-karting, and now we're back home, so I'm just like chilling out, relaxing until I have to fly out tomorrow morning. We're kind of calling it like an early night, just because like I do have to fly out at like 7:30 tomorrow morning, which means I have to be at the airport at like 5:30, and that means we have to leave here at 4:30, which means I have to be up at like 3:30. So it's gonna be a really early morning for me tomorrow. So like we're just like gonna take it easy tonight. I'm just gonna sit here in this like little swinging like hammock chair. It's like swinging from this big giant tree in my parents' backyard. And I've been reading currently this book called Bridge to Haven by Francine Rivers. I don't know if you can see that, but it's on my Kindle. And essentially I am just trying to get through this book because I have been in such like a reading slump. Not like necessarily a reading slump, I like haven't stopped reading, but like I just haven't been feeling like reading lately. Like I've read some Christmas books and I should have known that like that would have put me into a reading slump because like I'm not a big Christmas book person. Like I don't mind watching Christmas movies, but like when it comes to Christmas books, I always find them to be like very mid. The one Christmas book that I did enjoy was A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, but like that's to be expected because that's like a classic Christmas book. So I think like going forward, I'm just gonna like just read like classic Christmas books or like widely popular Christmas books rather than like these one-off like rom-com-y type Christmas books because they end up just being like 2 or 3 stars for me, and that's what makes me like not want to read any more books and like kind of get me into a book slump. And Francine Rivers is like one of my all-time favorite authors, so I thought like reading a book by her would like get me back into wanting to read again. So I've been reading it on my Kindle. I actually got this Kindle version of the book like through Libby, which is like, if you're not familiar, like a library app, I guess you could call it. I have the physical book at home, but because I'm traveling, like I didn't want to pack that whole entire brick of a book. It's pretty thick. It's like chunky. So I just decided to go through Libby to download it on my Kindle so that it could save more space in my luggage. As you saw, I only packed a backpack, so I decided to just download it on my Kindle just to save some room. So I've been reading it on my Kindle. I'm on page 235, which is about halfway through, apparently on Goodreads. I'm really liking it so far. It's like definitely giving me 5-star feelings. We'll see how it ends up. So let me get to reading this. I'm also listening to it on Audible. I just recently re-subscribed, I guess, to Audible. Audible is like a audiobook app if you're not familiar, and I have been like listening to it while I've been reading it simultaneously, if that makes sense, just because of the fact that like, as I told you, like I haven't been really feeling like reading, so like reading it with my eyeballs and then also listening to it like with my ears has been helping me a lot, because not only does it help me like get through the book faster, but like it also like helps me absorb the information better when I'm listening to it and also looking at the words at the same time, and it's helping me get back into the reading rhythm, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna get to reading this and just like hopefully like get back into feeling like reading again in the future. I hopefully will have a reading wrap up of like all the books that I read in the month, so keep an eye out for that, and let me just continue reading this book. I'm not going to tell you too much about it just because I want you to see that in my reading wrap up, but let's just get to reading this. Maybe, because we're at Zaxby's. We're going to Zaxby's, right, Dad?
Right.
Because we don't have Zaxby's up in New England.
Yes.
And we're going to try to compare it to Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
no Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I heard.
I'm now on a plane heading back home. Thank you for watching this vlog. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!